Buenas, viva Master CHamoru! Viva! Pues, y bendición. Si Dios masih. Si Deus Wasi. One more time for IFIT. Viva Ms. CHamoru. Buenas and welcome to the People's House, the Guam Congress Hall. Mientras celebra y culturata dan historiata. Pues nihid sa tahaso y tema para este na Ms. CHamoru y teman... Dispensalay? Tema 50 años, aday hinenggeta, abiba y culturata, dan protege y lenguahita. Viva! Nafatsen Banidoso Hamza sa Man CHamoru hit. Viva! Thank you for joining us today on this first day of Ms. CHamoru, and we're here, of course, to recognize and celebrate not only Ms. CHamoru, but the Guam Department of Education CHamoru Studies Division celebrating 50 años. Ungan, 50 años la tazat sungi gwini. And we're gonna read the resolution. Of course, I want to recognize my colleagues from the right, Senator Jess Lujan, Senator Joe San Augustine, Senator Amanda Shelton, of course, Speaker Therese Terlahi, Senator Sabina Flores Perez, and Senator Joanne Brown. I thank each and every one of you for coming for this very special resolution. And this resolution, of course, is relative to recognizing the CHamoru Studies and Special Projects Division of the Guam Department of Education on its 50th year anniversary. Viva! 50 años of teaching Guam's public school students and commending them for their commitment to the preservation of the CHamoru language and culture of Guam. Senor Jimmy Teria. Pama translate.
Como gisaken 1970 matutuhun i Departamento de Educación y Colegio Mandikiki Project. Maestablece este na programa 5 años para uma bansa y fino CHamoru gi eskwela siha. Monanya este na kinelamtin kino i programan kultura dan fino CHamoru. Dan.
Whereas in 1970, the Guam Department of Education began the CHamoru Bilingual Bicultural Program, a 5-year test program to promote the use of the CHamoru language in schools. That program became the precursor to the CHamoru Language and Culture Program.
Como gisaken 1973, ma-introduce piniponin lay numero 269, pues finitma as Magalahi Carlos G. Camacho para lay publiko Guahan 1231. Ni man ma-autoriza imanggehilo a reglamentun Guahan para umatutuhon sa establece programan 2 lengguahe dan 2 kultura ni ma-emphasiza i kultura dan ifino CHamoru gihalom eskwelahan publiko. Dan.
In 1973, the 12th Guam Legislature introduced Bill 269, which was signed into Guam Public Law 12-31 by Governor Carlos G. Camacho, authorizing the Guam Board of Education to initiate and develop a bilingual bicultural program, emphasizing the language and culture of the CHamoru people to be used in a wider range of public schools.
Kumu matutuhon i Colegio Mandikiki Project, gi J.P. Torres Elementary School, dan Captain Henry Price Elementary School, un fazin maestra kada eskwela dan kumu maestra siha. Manasetbi i material siha ni mafatinas ni komunidad i mamali. Mahot siha dan linguist siha. Dan.
Whereas the bilingual bicultural program began at J.P. Torres Elementary School and Captain H.B. Price Elementary School, with one master teacher at each school and CHamoru teacher, interns using a curriculum developed by traditional art practitioners, Catholic priests, village commissioners, and linguists.
Kumu gisaken 1977, man maadapta i programan CHamoru entry 16 na eskwelahan publiko sa mafanogwi i famaguan kultura san finut CHamoru kada dia. Tinareha nilai publiko katotsi 53 i Departamento de Education para uma-implementa iminandan ilay gi intero eskwelahan elementario antes de isaken mit 980. Jakumu man malago estudyante siya u ma-ofresi gi eskwelahan talo jan 3 kilo. Jan?
Whereas by 1977, the program was adopted in 16 public schools, providing students with daily Chamorro language and cultural instruction. In addition, Public Law 14-53 tasked GDOE to implement Chamorro language and culture as a mandatory subject in all public elementary schools and offered as an elective in all public junior and senior high schools by 1980. And
Kumu masigi muna i programan kultura dan finot CHamoru entry ifamaguun eskwelahan publikon Guahan. Jama estableci kumu division gi halom i Departamento de Education. Kumu i division in estudion CHamoru especial na programa siha. Jan?
Whereas the Chamorro language and cultural program would continue to reach Guam Public School students and develop into a division within GDOE in the Chamorro Studies and Special Projects Division. And
Kumu iinina ni division para umana siguro na importante zaman makomprendi kultura dan finot CHamoru and mamanggraduha estudyante siha. Sinyaha ipatgun manaytay nyayhon, kumentus nyayhon, zaman manggi nyayhon gi finot CHamoru para ufambanidoso ifamaguon ni kultura jan ifinot CHamoru. Ja ufan mana setbi tiningo pinaktikan tradisional jan finot CHamoru para ufan ilursi i asuntun Guahan jan intero i mundo. Jan.
Whereas the Chamorro Studies and Special Projects Division has a sharp focus on ensuring each student graduates to understand and value the Chamorro language and culture. The graduating student is able to share the history, culture, and traditional practices of Chamorro and is able to read, speak, and write Chamorro language. This student has a strong sense of identity connected to the Chamorro language and culture and uses the Chamorro knowledge, language, and cultural practices to meaningfully contribute to solving local and global issues.
Kumu mandadanya zaman afamolik i division zan eskwela siha. Division siha zan otro na esencia zan inetnun siha para ufamatinas zan implementa oportunidad. Siha para ifamaguun Guahan kosaki ufan man magraduha zan itiningo hinengi zan finazin CHamoru. Kosaki man preparaw para ufan mangulehu fan matotso zan i komunidad. Zan.
Whereas the Chamorro Studies and Special Divisions project collaborates with GDOE divisions, schools, and other agencies and organizations to create and implement Chamorro language and cultural learning opportunities for all students so that they graduate with Chamorro knowledge, skills, and values needed to be prepared for post-secondary education, the workforce, and civic engagement. And
Kumu masilelebra i programan CHamoru sigun i 119 ni mamanonagwi CHamoru entre 15,841 na famaguon cada dia.
The Chamorro Studies and Special Projects Division of the Guam Department of Education celebrates its 50th year of providing indigenous Chamorro language and culture curriculum with 119 Chamorro educators providing instruction to 15,841 public school students daily.
Kumu entry is 50 años desde matagpongi i programa mapanlinudzi i fanizokan sinipok class kanta jan baila finaitetsu siha material kultura jan finot CHamoru man etnun i komunidad gi aktibidad dan sinedi siha mapatlinuzi ifino CHamoru column gi PDN igi neptin mes CHamoru zan
In the 50 years since its development, the Chamorro Studies program has developed the Fanigzakan Sinipuk CHamoru Medium Immersion Program, traditional arts classes, professional development training, and Chamorro language and culture materials, has taken part in Chamorro language and culture outreach, events, and activities, created the Fino Chamorro column in the Guam Pacific Daily News, and arranges Celebracion Mes Chamorro events and activities. And
kumagogot pi i programan kultura dan Fino CHamoru imina 50 años dan itemen celebración Mes CHamoru 2024. 50 años, adahi I hiningeta, abiba I kulturata, protehi I linguahita. Jan,
The Chamorro Language and Culture Program celebrates its 50th year during Mes Chamorro with the theme 50 Años, Adai Hinengeta, Abiba y Culturata, Protehi y Linguahita. 50 years. Take care of our values, encourage our culture, protect our language.
Maditetmina I komitehan a reglamento giimina 37 na legislaturan guahan dan itaw-taw guahan. Umarekognisa todo iman mamanonogwi CHamoru. I division estudion CHamoru dan espesyal na programa siya gineptin imina 50 años no ifinanawgin famaguon guahan. Gimotsu na mes, tat kumu celebrasyon Mes CHamoru 2024, put I kinalamtin niya ni para maprotehi ifino CHamoru zang kulturan guahan, zang eramas.
Resolved that the Committee on Rules of Iminay Trenta Sheti na Legislaturan Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the Legislaturan Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize the Chamorro Studies and Special Projects Division of the Guam Department of Education on its 50th year anniversary of teaching Guam's public school students and commend them for their commitment to the preservation of the Chamorro language and culture of Guam. And be it further,
Maditetmina na ikwikwintus dan gehilo komitehan na reglamento na igehilo legislaturan guahan sa ni sekretary ng legislatura umasertifika na umaadopta sa nasiguro na managay kopya si Senyor Jimmy Santos Teria, Administrador Division ni Student CHamoru sa ni espesyal na programa siya. Si Dr. K. Eric Swanson at mas gehilo Edukasyon, Departamento ng Edukasyon, si Senyor Felix Choco, dan si Senyora Lucy Ignacio y dos gehilo komitehan Celebracion Mes CHamoru 2024, dan si Honorable as Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero y Magalahin Guahan.
Resolve that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Senor Jimmy Santos Terra, Administrator Chamorro Studies and Special Projects Division, Dr. K. Eric Swanson, Superintendent of the Guam Department of Education, and co-chairs Senor Felix Choco and Senora Lucy Ignacio, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, Imagahagan Guahan.
Viva Mes Chamorro! I'd like to also recognize Department of Chamorro Affairs Director Melvin Wampat Borja, and of course the Commission Fino Chamorro with the Mas Gehilo, Dr. Laura Sauter, Sidus Masi. Also we have Mayor of Agatnia, si Mayor Juan, and Vice Mayor of Hagat, si Mayor Farron. Sidus Masi. Nafansin ba na dosu Hamzo sa Man Chamorro hit? Debbie do at celebra no sa megay cosas man matu dan man hanaw. Loy Man Chamorro gagagi hat trabia. Viva Mes Chamorro! Viva! Mileage at hasu itema tatlo. 50 años dai hinanggeta. Viva y culturata. Dan protehi y lengua hita. Viva! Sino, Jimmy?
Again, undang kulo na si Jus Maasi, Senior Sinaloa. I'd like to recognize our former administrator, si Senora Ann Rivera, and all our principals with us today, and most especially Mama Manonagui, Fino CHamoru, and Kultura Cada Dia. So it really is a milestone, 50 años. I just want to add, Senator, that according to Wilson 2022, this is the largest indigenous program in the nation.
Viva! Viva!
I just want to also commend Imanaynata sa siya fumunayguhit, siya umisgayun hit istapogo za sisiga mo na hit mo na. Za undangkulo na sujus maasin ni unra manmamanonagwi. Jan toro hafa bidadata gi Departamento ni Edukasyon. Insen agradeci esti na ginetpi celebration. Jan toro hafa bidadata. Kun todo as we gather and as we move forward our language to the next 50 years. Pues on behalf of the Department of Education, i komisyon, i departamento ni Kauhaw, ginahan sa Moro, dyan todo, i guma siya, sa siya halokwi, man manazujada giestin na finalogo. Pues on behalf of all of them, undangkulo na si Diyos maasi, dyan biba i Mesta Moro.
Viva! Viva! Magayat. Tahasu itema. Zata onray mananata ni monaye ni esti na irensya kulturan Chamorro. Viva Mes Chamorro! Sidus Masi, thank you for coming. And again, the 37th Guam Legislature remains committed to supporting the Chamorro Studies Division of the Guam Department of Education. But we're not just saying that. In the last budget, we're able to successfully double the budget for Chamorro Studies Division. And I thank my colleagues for their support on that. And one more time, Viva Mes Chamorro! Viva! Pues Monday Galaidi! Si Dus Masi, I fit. We also like to recognize, hey, he's only been here for a few months, but he already has Chamorro Standard Time down. Our superintendent, Dr. Kenneth Swanson. Congratulations, Doc. Right on. So there are plenty events for Mes tomorrow. Agupa, alas tres, Agania Shopping Center, go there and Chesa the Oahu, Chesa the Kelagwin. And Sunday, Domingo, alas 10, Santa Teresita, Santa Misa celebration. Alas 10 and alas 11, no? Okay, okay. Si Dus Masi, si Dus Masi. Viva Mes tomorrow. Viva! Guahusi Senator Chris Malfunction Barnett. Again, thank you to my colleagues. Viva Betnes, Viva Mes tomorrow. Está. Adios!